I'm trying really hard not to get choked up about this because it's just the implications are so devastating. Imagine the Supreme Court legalizing the psychological manipulation of a cult. You guys remember the documentary Twin Flames when they manipulated people that you were meant to be a man that fell in love with that woman, even though you're a woman biologically? And you manipulate that woman so much and convince her that that's her twin flame, another woman, that she surgically has her breasts removed. Yes, that happened. Imagine legalizing what Jim Jones did, giving everybody the Kool-Aid to drink with the belief that they'd wake up from unaliving themselves in a whole nother planet system. Imagine having a Supreme Court that allows that kind of dangerous mental and psychological manipulation of another human being. And that's what they're doing by overturning the state of Colorado's ban on conversion therapy. And it looks like the evangelical justices are going to overturn that state ruling. So, what this means is you've got extremist MAGA parents, evangelical parents. Maybe there it starts as a little boy, because you're born this way, you really are, who's sticking his pinky out, who sits with his legs crossed, who is playing with dresses and caught putting makeup on. And as that little boy, they're sent to a Christian therapist or they're sent to see the church counselor who then tells the little boy, you need to stop doing that. It's a sin. This is what you need to do. Imagine if they grow up to be teenagers and their parents find out that they are gay, or they confide in their parents or another relative. And then all of a sudden, the parents have the legal right to send little Johnny or little Sally to the church counselor or a evangelical Christian therapist to tell them they are sinners. They are sinners and they must live a straight life. Now, if you know anything at all about any kind of addiction, an addiction to anything, the core, the root of every addiction is shame. Shame. And every single child is going to have shame planted in them. This is a form of trauma that they're going to have to live through. And what's going to happen with the men, for instance? So they are so desperate for their father's approval that they live a straight life. They pretend. They get married. They have kids. It never works out ever. There's always a wife and a mother and children who are devastated when the man reaches the point and says, I am gay. I can't live like this anymore. Devastation in its wake. Or they continue to put on the facade of being straight, but then they get caught, like all these Republicans today, being on some kind of transgender porn site or you name it. Legalizing it for parents to literally abuse their children, abuse them. The only thing that I can recommend, if you're a young person or you know a young person who gets forced, who has parents that would send them to conversion therapy, if SCOTUS overturns this, I would say hide it. Hide it, hide it, hide it from your parents, from your religious relatives, from anybody who might leak the information. Hide it until you're 18 years old and you can live your own life out of the control of your parents' cult religion.